Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the front porch. This is an extra special front porch. You'll notice we've got a special guest today. This is Kimberley Brown, and she is the owner, the proprietor, the soap ninja, all of those fun things. Her business is Montana Home Sprout. We've carried her here in the store at 5518. We've carried her here since day one, even before day one. Yeah. So, we just asked her to come on in, share a bit of her story with you guys, and enjoy a drink on the front porch. So, Kim, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's like a crazy busy time for everybody. So,
yeah.
Thanks for hanging out on the front porch.
Absolutely.
With us. So, tell me about your family.
Yeah. Okay. My husband and I have been married this summer 23 years. And we have two kiddos. Lexi is our daughter that lives in Michigan. She has dreams to be a cop and just actually had an interview today that went really well.
Nice.
So, and then our son David is in the Marine Corps and he's stationed in Japan.
That's cool.
Yeah,
wow.
He loves it there.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're both far away, but they're happy, and that's what you want when you're a parent. So
that's probably the very best thing.
It is. Yeah. It is.
Oh, that's fantastic. Tell me about little baby Kim. Growing up, I can see you just running around like grassy, the amber waves of Ramsay,
Absolutely,
Montana.
Absolutely, outside from dusk till dawn.
What did you do for fun? What did you dream about when you were growing up? What about some of those goodies?
I've always loved the outdoors, and I've always loved especially like things that live and grow in the water. And marine biology was actually what I started going to school for. I took just general classes here at Montana Tech, and then moved to Missoula because they had actually a minor program. And life had other plans for me.
Life happens.
I met my husband working at Pizza Hut, of all places.
That's where the magic started?
That's where the magic happened.
Nice.
And just lived there for 7 years and got married and just decided, he's from Deer Lodge, so kind of made sense for us to be closer to grandparents.
That's an easy pullback this direction.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's talk about getting into Montana Home Sprout. What's the story of that starting?
Okay. So Aaron actually made soap for David and I.
Okay.
David had eczema. I've always just been allergic to just about everything, really dry skin. He made us just a traditional lard soap. People are kind of scared of soap because they think of great-grandparents who got burns on their skin, but we now have calculators that help us calculate the way to make soap.
Cool.
And so, you don't add too much of one thing and not enough of another. And also we know now to cure it. So he just made us traditional soap, which is just really good stuff. And it healed up David's eczema. I mean, not in a medical way, but I'm not claiming that, but, he didn't have eczema anymore. It cleared it up. And so friends wanted it, and it really worked for their kiddos and themselves. And I always kind of just wanted a reason to do farmers market because I love it so much. And I'm really excited to get back into it this year. So, Aaron made us soap, and then friends wanted it, and
so did he just pick this up? How do you start making soap?
Aaron just researches everything. He's a lifelong learner, yes.
Okay.
And so he did. He knew that I was suffering with my dry skin, and we couldn't find anything that was really, I didn't want to use medications, as little as I could. I wanted to try and help him at home if I could, and he found a recipe, and we made it, and we cured it, and it worked.
That's
so
awesome.
There are calculators online because when you make soap, you're taking oils with an alkali and a liquid. Okay. So your liquid can be water, it can be beer I've used, goat's milk, almond milk, any of those things. You mix that solution together, you put the oil together, chemistry happens, and it actually creates a salt. Soap is kind of a salt.
Okay.
And then the different oils you use have different lathering properties, and there comes the 6 recipes that we have. We formulated those. It's been 11 years, and we did our testing and pH balance and all of that good stuff. And now when we make new scents, it's just the scent that we change. It's not the recipe.
Oh, okay.
The base recipes stay the same.
Okay. What you do have like a soap shack in your house, and you're just a mad scientist in the back there.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Heckling involved.
Of course.
Aaron is kind of, I mean, it's a partnership for sure. He has made all my molds, made all my cutters, formulates my recipes for me. And I very quickly outgrew my kitchen. And so we actually, the previous owner of our house had a workshop, a woodworking shop in the third bay of the garage. Already had a wall, already had a heater. I mean, it just kind of made sense that I'd move. Yeah. And God love him, he let me move into the garage. That's a big deal for a guy.
That's a big deal. I hear you. Yeah. That's fantastic.
So yeah, and I just call it my soap shack. It's just little space. It's not very big, but it serves its purpose.
So in my head, I just see you in like an apron.
Yes.
And like, is there this motion involved, or like? I just have this old timey photo, and maybe it's just like my weird, just stereotypical soap maker from like the prairie days.
It can happen that way.
Okay.
It can. It's all stainless steel or glass, just so it doesn't react. And I actually use, it's a big emulsion blender. Okay. So the long stick with the down at the bottom, and it's a big guy. I mean, it's, because my soap pot is pretty big. Yeah. And then you just, mix it all. You put it in a mold. It goes in a proofer, just like they'd have at a bakery. So it maintains a temperature for a certain amount of time. And then your soap gels. And then the very next day you can cut it and stamp it. And then it needs to get, we call it put to bed. It needs to go away for 4 to 6 weeks. Or Castile for eczema, or pine tar for like psoriasis. Those go away for 6 months.
Wow. Okay.
It makes the bar harder to last longer, and it is easier on your sensitive skin.
This is fascinating because I had no idea. I mean, I'm familiar with your products. We sell them and we love them, and we talk to people about them all the time. But it's people don't realize how much it takes just for a single bar soap.
It's pretty involved.
It's fascinating.
It really is. Yeah.
You are a mad scientist. Good job. So do you practice that a lot?
I do. Yeah. I'm pretty good at
it. Okay, so we've got you up to like making soap. When was Montana Homesprout born?
So that's kind of interesting. I actually had an aunt pass away, and she left me a little bit of money. And I didn't want to just do anything with it. She was really incredible. And I sat on it because I didn't know what to do with it. I wanted to honor her. Mm-hmm. And I opened my bank account for my business. With that money. Yes, I did. That's cool. And I've never had to, I've just always put money back into my business, and it's grown itself.
Yeah, it's done real well.
It has.
Well, that's kind of what I want to talk about next is my first memory, and I don't even remember when I first met you, officially first, like the handshake first meet, but I do. Do you? Tell me about
Brewing, Mother's Day Bazaar.
It was Mother's Day. That was back in the day.
It was a while ago.
That's cool. And one of my first memories with you is Farmer's Market when we were growing up, and this is like 100 years ago. It feels like it. Yeah. And I just remember that I was like, whoa, I would like to get the 5518 Farmer's Market booth close to that soap lady because A, she's cool, B, smells wonderful, and C, she's got her whole tribe happening there. That was one of the first things that I noticed is that like you've got a draw. And so I'm gonna pivot into like more of the business type stuff now. It's like you've got a brand and a reputation and things like that. Was that something that you set out to do?
No. Oh no.
Okay, so
it was a hobby.
How does it come to be?
I mean, I wanted an excuse to do farmers market. I love that atmosphere. I'm a people person. I love to visit. I love to hug, and it's that type of, I fell in love with farmers markets in Missoula. And I always just wanted a reason.
Cool vibe.
It's the best. It's the best. I missed it terribly last year.
Yeah,
and
COVID
I'm
year.
really looking forward to it again.
Did you go? It opened last week. Were you up in?
I didn't. I was out of town.
Okay.
And that was a plan for a while. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't snow. I really want to go.
Oh, that's part of the fun, though, right? Is
Well-
the wind on one weekend, the snow on the next weekend, and then you get a few good weeks there lined up in the summer.
But wet before it's time with soap is not
I
is
can
not
imagine.
a good
Tell, how do you set up your farmers market booth? What's your strategy there?
Oh golly.
Because would you say that's kind of one of your biggest customer facing
Yeah.
pieces?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. I have gotten quite a clientele because I have an expendable product.
Right.
And if you like it, you want to find it and get more. So that's where, I'm a little bit different than some of the other people that buy things there.
Yeah, that's right.
And I really do feel like, you put your heart and soul into something and people notice it. I mean, I've had people literally say to me, I can tell it's made with love.
Right.
Because I really do. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people in this way. And the bonus is just being able to meet new people and hug the old ones.
Do you think you're successful?
I think that I'm successful in just providing something for people that they haven't been able to find elsewhere for sensitive skin. I've had a lot of people tell me, you can't ever stop making soap because this is the only thing that has helped me. And I appreciate that I can offer something that's not terribly expensive because, boy, some skin treatments are just outrageous. And some people do need extra for whatever skin condition they have. But I mark it up as a success that I'm able to provide something to the community that's beneficial.
They do call you Soap Lady, however, you make a bunch more than just soap.
I do, yeah. I went into bath bombs just because people were like, come on, could you please make us some bath bombs? And so I did. And instead of using, and in any of my products, there's no sulfites, no phthalates. Those are all kind of the words, that people are looking not to have.
The words that you can't pronounce. On the back
Right,
of it,
yeah.
read
You can
about,
pronounce
yeah.
all of my words. SLS and SLSA are foaming agents that are used in shampoo and bath bombs. They're really harsh on your skin. That's actually what would give me blisters on my scalp from shampoo.
Okay.
And so, so we use buttermilk powder. That's what makes our bath bombs foam. And it's really soft and, silky in your water, but then it's good for your skin too. Bathtub tea. Shower steamers are another good one. Menthol, helps clear your sinuses in a natural way. And they're also just kind of an uplifting scent. Lotion bars and, yeah.
In 10 years, when we come back to this cabin and the front porch, and we have additions and a real big fancy front porch, and we have this same conversation in 10 years from now, how is that going to go? What are you going to tell me then?
I hope that a whole lot hasn't changed as far as my business. It could grow and it could get a whole lot bigger than it is now, but I really don't want it to. I like my personal touch. I like that my things are made by me, cut by me, stamped by me, and they have my name on them. And I really do want it to stay that way. But I do hope, however, that people realize that shampoo bars are a really great thing. Because
I
that
live in,
is
I live in proof with this.
with your lovely loves.
That's right.
We've been making them for a decade. People don't realize that. They think that they're a pretty new thing. And
We're
they're
just on
not.
trend.
We
We're a
just,
little ahead of that
I'm
trend,
just a
yeah.
little bit ahead of the game.
Yeah. One of the trends that I keep hearing is you have such a thoughtful product, and all natural, no chemicals involved. Is that kind of a mission behind what you make?
I just really want to keep things natural and affordable and just made by me.
Made with love.
Yeah. I have people that my sister and my niece helped me. My kids did, but they, flew the coop.
That's right.
But they helped me, set up and tear down for farmers market, and they helped me do some wrapping and stuff like that, and that's perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. I do wholesale a little bit, and it's just perfect for me. It's not too much, but it's just enough to keep an edge on my game.
Sure.
And I like it. I like it. Yeah.
What about your business makes you smile the most?
Oh golly, did I say I like farmers market?
I'm not sure. Should we cover that?
I just really like it when people say, you really helped me, and thank you for what you do. Please don't ever stop. It does. It makes me smile. It makes me happy.
Yeah,
and I love meeting people and talking and hugging.
What you do is meaningful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What you
cool.
do is meaningful, John.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah? It's a good
one
partnership.
of those. It really is.
Yeah.
And you were one of when we were trying to figure out what else to do with this space. You were immediately popped into my head, and it's been wonderful. We kind of started with like 3 or 4 bars. And
Yeah.
I think
You've got my biggest inventory.
I think we have just about, or at least a spread of just about everything.
I think that, yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah,
Where else can people buy it?
Chamber of Commerce Visitor Center. In the summer, usually up at the Mining Museum in Anaconda at Dublin Bay. Up the street, there's a little boutique called G&H, Family Boutique. And then actually just recently, a little tea shop opened over in Deer Lodge. Super cute. She did a great job. She makes like herbal remedies and tinctures and things like that, and asked me to be in there.
Cool. And are you on Etsy or anything along
I have Etsy, yep.
Cool.
And this will be my 10th year at Farmers Market.
Yeah, of course, the farmer's market. So you've got a lot of balls in the air that you're kind of juggling and making sure it all works together.
Yep, I just got to catch them all.
Yeah, we all.
So far, so good.
That's the secret of life. Is getting that
really
figured
is.
out. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I guess the very last and probably the most important question would be, what's your drink of choice today?
There
on the
is a
front porch?
mojito, but no fresh mint.
Not this time.
Sans fresh mint, but it's okay. It's still good.
Yeah, we're drinking. I think I went with a Crown and 7 today.
Nice.
For the front porch, so.
Mojito is a nice, refreshing summer drink, and I'm hoping it stays sunny outside.
We're crossing our fingers.
This
It's
is
still
my
early
hope.
spring,
That's
so.
right. Cheers,
Here's
John.
to you. Happy
Yeah.
Montana home sprouting and Kimberley Brown, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
She's a badass of a lady, and we just love her. So thanks for joining us on the front porch. We'll see you soon.
All
Thanks so
right.
much.